Hello, my fellow humans, and welcome back to another daily dice where we ask the dice for a message and find out what that is. I do want to say thank you to anyone and everyone that continues to be a supportive part of this journey. I'm truly honored to be sharing this time and space with you. And for anybody that is new here, welcome. This is a reminder that we're all here sharing this human experience together, and that this is a safe space to show up as your highest, most aligned, loving, authentic self. Should these messages happen to resonate with you, it would mean so much to me if you were to like, comment, and subscribe below. With that, today we are doing how do they perceive you, and this could be anybody that's on your mind, or it will become clear in the reading as we go. We are going to be using the Wild Soul Oracle cards by Leela Ravenswood, or Lila. That could be Lila, Leela, Lila. I'm going to go with either or. So let's go ahead and get into it. Source, how do they perceive my fellow humans? How do they perceive my fellow humans? I love these cards. They are just a little bit on the thin side, though. That's my only complaint with them. They're very bendy. But they are beautiful. Source, what oracle card will help us better understand how they perceive my fellow humans? How do they perceive my collective source? What oracle card will help us better understand how they perceive my fellow human? How do they perceive them, source? Okay, thank you. On the bottom, we have the eagle with freedom here. So they perceive you as a free soul, wild soul. That's what I heard right now. All right, so source, how do they perceive my fellow humans? What would you like them to know? How do they perceive my fellow humans? What would you like to share with us today, source? All right, we've got the 6th house, we've got Venus energy, and we've got Capricorn. So a lot of earth energy. We have Virgo, Capricorn, and Taurus. Also Libra energy coming through. But we've got all the earth signs out. Very grounded. Even though you're a free spirit, you're very grounded. Someone who is all about your routines, your daily routines, and taking them seriously. Very dedicated, very disciplined, very hardworking. Did you hear that whistle? That came out of my voice. Whoa! So you blow the whistle like you always go to work. That was so weird. Oh my goodness. I've never done that before. It's so random. Okay, so anyways, you have a lot of really good fitness goals. You take care of your health. Like, you're very focused on your day-to-day activities, and that's something that you take very seriously. And with the Capricorn energy here, we see that you're very strategic, determined, hardworking, disciplined, persistent, responsible. You're a master at what you do. You are not afraid to get your hands dirty, and they see that. They see that sometimes, though, you may be a little rigid when it comes to your work. Like that's the only thing that you're concerned about, or that's the only thing that you care to focus on is your work, your health, the routines that you have, right? And whereas that's not a bad thing, sometimes that can be a bad thing, right? Too much of one thing can be a bad thing. So remembering to balance that out. But with the Venus energy here, we see that they see you as someone who's very attractive, very, sociable, very much about relationships. You're very charming. You are building finances. You like to have things in balance, even though we were talking about that earlier. So they do see you as someone who's balanced. They perceive you as someone who's very pleasurable and harmonious and sensual and comforting, that you are compromising and also very sweet and kind, I feel, is another thing that's coming through. Like, you give love, but you also like to receive love, and you don't want to put into something that's not going to give back to you in that way. And they perceive that right off the bat. So I'm going to use the Osho Zen Tarot today. See what comes through. So source, how do they perceive my fellow humans? How do they perceive my fellow humans? Incredibly abundant, attractive, Very feminine. Very, very feminine. You could be a man or a woman, divine feminine, divine masculine, doesn't matter, but you just embody this very feminine energy that's very grounding and beautiful and nurturing that they really enjoy. How do they perceive my fellow humans? Okay. How do they perceive my fellow humans, Source? What would you like to say? Okay, thank you. How do they perceive my fellow humans? What else would you like to tell us, Source? Okay. Very aware, too. I feel like very aware of yourself, aware of what you're doing, what you're going through. Friendly. Yeah, so we have the Two of Cups here. They do have feelings for you. Whoever this is, they do care about you. That could be love. It could be friendship. You know, we do see friendliness here. It's just like they see you as two peas in a pod. They see you guys as on similar journeys, or like that you would be a good match with each other. But they do really care about you, right? They do care about you a lot. Postponement. Yeah, okay. And consciousness. Yeah. So you're always on the outside looking in. Right? And this is everyone. I feel like this is actually an interesting energy. This is a Four of Swords. But I feel like this is showing that you're someone who can see into their soul. Like you see the window of their soul. You see the window of everyone's soul. And this is how they perceive you, as being able to stand on the outside with the gloom that everybody has, but you see the light within and you know what is causing the gloom and you're able to help pick that out. And part of that's from your awareness of self with consciousness, right? Like that's what I was feeling, like very conscious, very aware. This is the Ace of Swords, a very clear mind. Like, you know, people, like you see a deeper truth that people don't even see themselves, and that might make them feel very uncomfortable. So it's like you look into them and there's nothing that they can hide from you. And that is very scary for them, right? But they see you as someone who's incredibly abundant and someone that they could see themselves with the Two of Cups. But it would mean that they would have to give up a lot, and that scares them as well. And so they perceive you as someone that would force them to grow. Especially with the Ace of Swords here, the consciousness card, like that you would force them to grow. And that is scary in and of itself because you don't know if they're ready to grow, right? We have the candle that's just about to go out. It just went out. Yeah. They feel like if they let go of what they had from the past, that they'd be letting out a flame that felt like was always keeping them going. But then they look at you and they see the passion that you have for life, and they see the passion that you have for things and the connectiveness, not like material things, but like all things that exist. And it's like that could be a new flame for them. That could be a new reason to start again. But you do make them worry and have this fearful, like, I don't fit in, or they're being controlled by peer pressure. And you may know that as well. That's something that you're very clear about. Like, this person is being controlled by other people in their life, and they're letting them control them. And I feel like with this consciousness card, like, you've tried to help them read between the lines. Like, you are so much stronger than the situation that you're in. And I feel like that's something they really appreciate. They take to heart, like, oh my gosh, they get me, like, they understand me, but I'm still really scared to leave the only thing that I've ever known. And so I feel like you definitely encourage them in some way, shape, or form, and that's why they see you as this free spirit with the eagle. Yeah, and then under that we have the badger with determined. Like, you're determined to live a life that you've always dreamed of, right? You light up my life. What is that song? Light Up My Life. I think it's by Leanne Rimes. And yeah, it's like you're the light in their life because you're already the sun. You're the bright, shining sun. Like, there's no going back from that. You fly higher than anybody else that they know. Like, you see things from a perspective that they've never seen anybody has even come close to the way that you see life. And you're determined to just be a part of this world exactly as you are. right? Like, I'm not trying to change myself. I'm just trying to be who I am and let myself shine. And that's what lights up their darkness here. I feel like they feel that you are both polar opposites. Like, they don't feel like they could ever fly to the heights that you soar to, but they also feel like you're the only one that would ever give them the courage to do that. And so they definitely perceive you as someone who's incredibly strong and inspirational, motivational. House 3. Okay, so this could be a twin flame. It does not have to be, but I do have to mention that because the third house came out. But we do have early learning, childhood relations, the rational mind, and communication. Oh, okay, that's good to know. My battery is dying. I've got enough for this reading. So we have this energy here where it's like you see through to the way that they have been communicating this whole time, right? Like, you understand how they view life. You understand what they feel is rational, what isn't. And that scares them as well. Yeah, very grounded, persistent, patient, and practical with Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn energy once again. So you could be an earth sign or have that highly aspect in your chart. This is someone who perceives you as hope in their life. You give them a reason to want to do better. The 10th house, structure, discipline, life, mission, accomplishments, and career. Yeah. They feel like you're doing exactly what you're meant to be doing. And they perceive you as not hesitating to chase your dream. And that's another thing that gives them hope. We have clear out the clutter with frog spirit on the bottom. You see the gem within and you chase it. That's a very, very clear definition, but you do. You chase it. You chase after what matters most. And then we have Dove, be at peace. Yeah, they feel like you bring a lot of peace into their life, so they perceive you as the embodiment of peace. It makes them feel calm when you're around. You really care about them. You care about everybody. But that you're also working hard to improve yourself. Vampire. This is how they feel about themselves. I feel like they're an energetic vampire for you. It says, makes you aware of someone or something that is draining your life force and depleting others for your psychic survival, chronic complaining, or codependency. So they feel like they're codependent and they don't want to bring that into your life, but they also feel like you've dealt with a lot of codependencies and they perceive that about you. Like, that's what's made you so strong. What else here? Well, just one source, not this whole group. Okay, they want that one. Thank you. We have companion. Yeah, they feel like you're definitely their companion. Loyalty, tenacity, and unselfishness. In the shadows, betrayal by misusing confidences, loss of personal identity. So they do feel like you're compatible for sure. And then we've got athlete. Dedication to transcending physical limits, including handicaps, development of personal willpower, and strength of spirit. So going back to the 6th house energy, like, you take care of your health, you're taking care of your body. Like, maybe you don't look the way that you want or that you're not where you want to be, but they see you as always making progress towards your goals. And that's something that's so admirable. It says the shadow is misuse of athletic ability for selfish ends, a false sense of invulnerability and entitlement. Okay, so let's get some love cards out here. How do they perceive you? How do they perceive you? Source, what would you like to share? Whoa, okay. Hold on. Going through some sensations here. I guess they want all of these. So let's see what we've got. Change. Yeah, regeneration, growth, metamorphosis, and cycles. That you're willing to elicit change in your life to let go of the old. Heartbreak. That you've been really hurt, betrayed, grief, disappointment. That energetic vampire, that you've had to deal with that in life. We have home. Yeah, they feel very comfortable with you. These are very much clarifying what I was feeling. Safety, belonging, and shelter. Okay, and then we have soulmate. Yeah, there we go. Twin flames, soul contract, soul connection, and past lives. So this could very well be a soulmate or your twin. Depends on what you believe in or what you feel like your journey is. Again, I'm not here to label that for you. It's just that this is the energy that's come through. The third house, it was very clear. And new love on the bottom. Honeymoon phase, childlike, moving on, and a new beginning. Like, I feel like they perceive you as someone they really want to be with, but they're also like a fear coming through. They don't know how to approach you. They don't know how to like not be in their shadow, and they feel like they're only going to bring bad news to you, and they don't want to do that. Let's see what else comes through here. How do they perceive you? What else would you like to say, Source? How do they perceive them? How do they perceive my fellow humans? Okay. How do they perceive my fellow humans? True love, yeah. One more, they said. Okay. On the bottom, we've got, you deserve love. You are lovable. Sagittarius energy coming out really strongly right now as well. Holy Toledo. This is like a very important message. My nose is going crazy. It's fine until all of a sudden that group of cards came out like that. So it's like a very important message for someone here. We have true love. This is the romance of a lifetime. And that's how they feel about you, and they perceive you as true love. Like, maybe you're in separation right now, and the longer you're in separation, the more that grows. And, you know, if you've been on my channel for any time, you know how I feel about twin flames. It's not that I don't believe in it, or I do. That doesn't matter, but I do share a lot of downloads that I receive with you about that. And so it's remembering not to wait. That's what I'm hearing right now for you from Source, is remembering not to just wait for this person. Like, it doesn't mean that you have to go out and actively look for love, but don't be that person that's sitting by the phone either, right? Like, just take care of you and focus on you right now. Flirt. Extend your lighthearted energy to others. So they do want to flirt with you. I feel like maybe you both have flirted with each other, and it's been a lot of fun in the past as well. And they feel really bad because it might have been cut short, or they went into no contact at that point because it's like, oh my gosh, it got really overwhelming for them. Says give your relationship a chance, work on your partnership. So this is how they perceive you, like somebody they want to work on it with, like they want to have a good time with. They feel like they're going to have a good time with you. We have children. Okay, your love life is being affected by children. Maybe they had children in their life and they couldn't just come forward. And then we have let go of control issues. Allow the situation to unfold naturally. I feel like that's for both of you. They could be trying to control you. You could be trying to control them. You know, the journey in and of itself is about us surrendering fully. And trusting, just trusting. It's not about trusting the connection is going to happen. It's just trusting that everything is going to work out the way that it's meant to. Right? And that's the most important thing. So this card fell out. We have 1177 with growth. Learning, development, nature, potential, success, and expansion. Okay, so I'm going to put it back in. Okay, thank you, Source. And then on the bottom, we have 99 with rebirth, renewal, transformation, decision, future, growth, new beginnings. This is a time of renewal and rebirth, indicating that you are close to a major decision that will shape your future. Embrace the transformation and prepare for the path ahead. What is one major decision I am facing, and how can I prepare myself to make this choice in alignment with my true self and future goals? So reflect on the areas of your life that are undergoing change and consider how these transformations can lead you to making a significant choice that will positively impact your future. Okay. And then let's get a shadow aspect for the reading here. What's the shadow aspect? How do they perceive my fellow humans? The shadow aspect here. What's the shadow aspect, Source? What can you tell us? Whoa. Try that again. What's the shadow aspect for this reading, Source? What can you tell us? Whoa, okay, we're getting too tangled. Unable to free yourself from a sticky situation, taking a step back helps you to see clearly. So they're in a tangled situation, which we did see here with children, right? It's not that the kids are at fault here. It's just that, again, this could be like a baby's mom, a baby's dad. Like, that could be what it is. And then we have gold digger. In it for what they can get, money hungry and self-serving. So this could also be the tangled situation. They're dealing with someone that is a gold digger or someone that wants something from them. And that's why. And they perceive you as someone that is not going to put up with that kind of drama, and they don't want to bring that kind of drama into your life either. Closed off, not emotionally available, distracted, hurt in the past. And this is where they're at right now. They're closed off. They do imagine things about you. They do daydream about you as well. They really do love you. They care about you a lot. But there's this energy right now where they're closed off. And that's why it's so important to let go of control issues here and just allow things to unfold naturally. And then we've got, look, 6464, intuition, inner knowing, trust, awareness, mindfulness, reflection, clarity. Cultivate mindfulness daily to strengthen your intuition. Spend time in quiet reflection, focusing on your breath, and let your mind settle into stillness. What is my intuition telling me about the current situation? How can I better listen to my inner voice? Dedicate a few minutes each day to mindfulness or meditation, allowing your inner voice to guide you without distraction. Trust the feelings and the insights that arise. So, and then we have 1010 also, that breaking down into 1010, which showing this is a part of the path that you're on. Right? So where you're at is exactly where you're meant to be. Even in regards to this person, there's nothing that you could have done differently to change this. Everything is unfolding exactly as it needs to be. And so there's this feeling of letting go of guilt, or feeling of letting go of not being enough, or shame that's attached to this, like I didn't do enough or this or that. And they're saying like, no, you've done everything that you were possibly able to do. It's just the part of this journey where you're at right now. And so I feel like intuitively this person perceives you as their person now. And it's like they might not be awakened to just the type of connection that it is yet. But intuitively they are getting drawn to things that are showing them who you are to them. Okay, so let's take a look at this. We have the turtle with patience. Slow and steady wins the race. So patience, it's all about having patience right now. Let's see. The turtle. It says the turtle is a symbol of patience, longevity, and steady progress. Represents the wisdom of taking life one step at a time. Turtles move slowly but surely, carrying their homes on their backs, and teaching us the value of patience and persistence. This card suggests that you may need to slow down and be patient with yourself or a situation. The turtle reminds you that slow and steady wins the race. Practice patience and trust in the process. Progress may be slow, but it is steady and sure. If it's reversed, it says your patience may be turning into complacency or avoidance. Consider whether you are waiting as an excuse to avoid taking action or making a decision. Didn't I say that earlier too? They're saying not to just sit by the phone and wait. Like, don't be waiting for something to happen. Don't be waiting for this person to come forward. Go and live your life. The questions here: where do I need to be more patient? Am I being too complacent or avoiding action? And how can I trust in the process? Very powerful message here for you. This is how they perceive you. And I feel like this is also a message for you at this time with where you're at. Okay, so overall, very powerful. I really love doing this. If you felt like this was your reading, leave the little turtle emoji down below and say, I trust in the process, knowing that slow and steady helps get me to where it is that I'm going, and will help me open up to receiving the love that is mine in my life. And if it resonated with you, it means so much to me if you were to like, comment, and subscribe below. If you're interested in supporting the channel further, you'll find all those links in the description box. How to reach out to me for a personal reading and how to join as a member. With that, though, I do want to take a quick second to thank your guides, your spirit messengers, your angel source, and my spirit guides for coming together to give us this powerful message. And until next time, stay human. Bye.